1. What is up, you guys? It is another episode of the Sci-Fly Zone. I'm Trenton, CJ. This is where the multiverse meets the seventh inning stretch, and today's destination is taking us back to playoff baseball because it's been such a ride so far, especially with some of the games recently, like the Mariners game. The Dodgers just moved on. It's crazy. So we're going to get into it. We're going to recap you guys on what's been going on, and we're going to do some theories on what's going to be happening in the future. So, CJ, what do you think about what's been going on so far?
Yeah, man, it's been a great playoff so far. I've really been enjoying watching the series, watching the games. It's been a great time. Some really exciting nail-biting games and a couple blowouts too. It's been weird. We've had a little both. But I mean, overall, I've been having a great time, and it's only going to get more exciting.
Yeah, totally agree. I'm really excited for the World Series. I am praying that our Mariners can get into it. I know we're Angels fans, but we're rooting for the Mariners. They are our guys. And honestly, I really hope the Brewers can also go to the World Series, but it's going to be a little bit harder for me to root for the Mariners because I do want the Brewers to also win the World Series. So I want either the Mariners or the Brewers to make it to the World Series. I would just be tough if both of them made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get it. I feel like those are definitely the two teams left that I would be the happiest with winning the World Series. But hey, if they both make the World Series, then one way or another, you'll be happy in some way, right? Because either way, it's either going to be the Mariners or the Brewers. And that would be a really exciting series because neither of those teams have ever won a World Series before. So regardless, we would be seeing history, like no matter who wins that series. I mean, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. I mean, imagine being the first team, like imagine being the first roster in an entire franchise's history to have the chance to actually win the World Series.
Yeah, man. I mean, like for the Mariners being the first team to even make it to the ALCS in 25 years, like that is a huge thing, especially considering the last time they did make it was when they won 116 games. So there's definitely going to be some pressure there to
Yeah.
live up to that expectation. And the Brewers are a team that's been around since Hank Aaron was playing. He was on the Brewers for a couple years, and they've had some incredible players too. They've had like Robin Yount, like Ryan Braun, Prince Fielder. Like none of these guys were ever able to make it to a World Series and win one. So like if these Brewers were the team to be able to do it, I think that would be really exciting too.
For sure. And on a roster with a bunch of underrated guys. I mean, literally, my mom said last night while we were watching the Brewers and Dodgers game, like, I love rooting for them, but I have no idea who these guys are. And
It's
my mom actually watches ball a little bit too. So like that's just hilarious. Like I think she only knows of Christian Yelich. Like that's it.
Yeah, he's kind of like the big name guy on that team, and he's never really been regarded as like the big name guy on a team. But like the way that the team plays together and that comes together as a lineup is better than most teams in baseball, and I think it's super exciting, and I'm really happy for the Brewers and how much success they've had.
Same. And initially, in game 4 when they lost 6-0, I was like, ooh, that's gonna be quite the momentum shift. But game 5, final of 3-1. They move on to the championship series to play the Dodgers, which their final game of that series. I mean, I haven't seen a worst case of the yips in Orion Kirkring in a long time. He got anxious, he rushed himself, and he threw it to a fan instead.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Orion Kirkman's only been in the league for a couple of years. I think this is his second full season as a pitcher, and this is definitely the biggest moment that he's been put in his career. I'd say, like, bases loaded, bottom of the 11th against the Dodgers in an elimination game, like, and for the ball to come back like right back to you, it's a ton of pressure. First of all, but also like considering he like kind of boots it a little bit, doesn't field it completely cleanly, that gets him in his head more, makes him more anxious about it. And he even said like in a post game interview, which by the way, props to Orion Kirkring for like facing the media and like talking to them after this because I know a lot of guys wouldn't do
Yeah,
that.
I would have gone MIA for a few weeks.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear from me until spring training.
Yeah.
But he had said like he bobbled it a little bit, he just felt like it would have been a quicker throw to home. In theory, he's right about that, but he wasn't able to see that Andy Pages was like not far down the line at all. He wasn't really running very hard.
Because the batter has to run a full 90. The guy on third, he's already at least 15, 20 feet in,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the bases juiced, 2 outs. Kerkering's not going to be looking to third at all during that whole
Yeah.
exchange. So the runner can definitely take advantage of that. So he's way closer to home than Pages would be running from home to first. So like I get that it's a shorter throw in theory, but it takes way more time for the runners to meet their next station per se.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, it's such an unlucky error in like the worst possible time for him.
Totally.
Like, I mean, I feel bad for him. Luckily, I have not seen a lot of like hateful backlash online from people. I
Yeah.
feel like people have been pretty good about like treating him like as a human. I've seen people posting like his dad's reaction to his major league debut and like how emotional he was, and like people just being like, hey, remember, these guys are people, they're humans, they have people who love them too, don't be an asshole. And I think for the most part people have been pretty good with that. But I mean, Orion Kerkering is a really good pitcher. He has been great ever since he got into the league. He's got a 155 career ERA plus. So like he's gonna be fine. I don't imagine that this situation is gonna like derail his entire career. I mean, if you think about it, like if you zoom out and look at it just for what it is, he just made a throwing error. He just missed the catcher at home, and obviously there's huge implications for that error, and like it ends the Phillies season, which I know he's going to beat himself up for. But like those are things that you can work on. You can do like 5 hours of PFPs in a day if you want to work on it. Just do comebackers, throw the ball to home plate, field bunts, throw it to home. Like this, he he's going to be all right. He'll be okay.
Yeah, it's nice to see that people are finally understanding that the yips can just happen to anybody.
Yeah, it happens to like literally the best players. I mean, some of the
Like,
best players ever go on bad slumps.
yeah, like my hands are sweating watching the game. I cannot imagine having to trying to locate 98 on the corner to one of the league's best hitters with the season on the line.
Yeah.
Like it,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, I
just
mean,
me.
hopefully this is like gonna maybe awaken something in Kirkering and make him want to get back there and have that situation again. Because I know that he's probably going to be put in a similar situation as long as he's playing for these Phillies teams, because these Phillies teams have been very good for the last for at least the 2020s. He's probably going to be in another situation like this again.
Yep, and we'll just have to see what happens then.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the Tigers and Mariners still had things to settle. And wow, this game was one of the most entertaining, anxiety provoking, and also just cathartic experiences I've ever had watching a baseball game. Like the whole time, it just kept going deeper and deeper into extra innings, double play after double play. So many runners in scoring position on both sides until finally Jorge Polanco steps up to the plate and said, "Who do you think you are? I am." And he gives Mariners something that they've been waiting, like you said, over 20 years for. A 3-2 win after 15 long, grueling innings. It's great. Also, Polanco's only hit of the game.
Yeah, yeah, man. Hey, I mean, it was it was the right time for that hit.
Yeah.
If you go 1 for 6, it's all right. If you win us the game, that's all right. I forgive you. But I mean, like you knew this was going to be an excellent game, like before it even started. Like Tarek Skubal and George Kirby going up against each other in an elimination game. Like it's absolutely going to be a great game.
Tarek Skubal, like if this was his last start of his life, he went out great.
Yeah, he pitched like it was, man.
6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 13 Ks.
Yeah,
That's
13.
minimum 2 strikeouts every single inning, including striking out the side in one of them. Like that's dominance.
His performance in 2025 in general, but in the playoffs as well, was incredible. Like I feel like he struck out at least 10 batters in the majority of his starts. It feels like he
And
pretty
that
much.
wasn't even the most strikeouts that he'd gotten in a single game this playoffs.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, his first start of the postseason might be the best start of anybody in this postseason. Like, I mean, he was just absolutely dominant.
1000%.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like he was great, and he deserved to at least get to the ALCS. But I mean, like we've said before, it doesn't matter how good Tarek Skubal is if the offense is struggling the way that it has been struggling since September. You know, Tigers only scoring 2 runs in 15 innings of this game. Like that's not going to be enough to get your team more success than that. You know.
Yeah. Imagine every time that a team gets eliminated, their best players are put onto a brand new team and a roster compiled of the best eliminated teams, best players. And after the World Series winner is decided, the World Series winner and the elimination squad both play each other in a 1-game showdown titled the World Game.
Wow, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Like the
I
World
want the
Series
World
winner
Game.
versus the All-Star postseason elimination squad, kind of.
Wow, yeah, that would be so cool. That would be a lot of fun, dude.
The World Game, baby.
The World Game. Give us the World Game. One season.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought of that while I was doing my notes for this video. I was like, we need a World Game, man. And also, we finally see all the guys that have like came up so clutch in October, and we just put them all on one team. Like, what would happen against the
Yeah.
team who won it all?
Yeah, honestly, that would be a really fun experiment. That would be super cool.
Yeah. Although I'm sure the guys would be like, we gotta play more baseball. You guys want more baseball? Got 162 games, got a 5-game series, got a 7-game series, 7-game series. You guys want more baseball? Yes, we want more baseball.
Year-round baseball. Give us year-round. No off season. You don't need it. Who cares?
Not to mention spring training is a whole month.
Yeah, we can keep spring training. Let's do that. We'll keep a month of spring training. Those games don't matter. But then 11 months out of the year, it's crunch time, baby.
Oh man. Whew. So yeah, because the Mariners are having the best year in a long time, they made it to the championship series, trying to represent the American League in the World Series, but they have to play against the team that is actually not in America, the Blue Jays. And I just purely from a border standpoint, geographically, that is what I'm inferring. They're still the American League East representative, of course, but yeah, they're playing against each other. Guys, it's a really tough political climate. You got to bear with me.
Honestly, though, I never even thought of the fact that they're in Canada, but they're in the American League. That I never actually considered that, but that is kind of fun.
Also, we need a Mexico team if we're gonna have a Canada team.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Dude, I would watch every single game because Mexican sports announcers are so good at their job.
It's so good, man.
Sí. Sacabatazo grande, elevado por la parte derecha, la bola va atrás, bien atrás, lleva color, lleva sabor. Hasta la vista, baby. Tercero de la noche. De Paquito Lindor, los Mets están ganando 7-6.
They're the best.
Yeah. It's great.
So yeah. Sorry, guys. Off track. Game 1, Mariners and Blue Jays. The Blue Jays were like, game 1, we'll score 1 run. Sounds good. Not going to be enough, though, because the Mariners scored 3-1 final. Only 2 hits overall for the Blue Jays. I mean, the Mariners pitching this playoffs, locked in.
Yeah, they've been absolutely elite. I mean, it was a good start for Kevin Gausman. You know, he went 5 2/3. He only allowed 2 runs, but he was credited with the loss because Bryce Miller just outpitched him a little bit. A guy who, by the way, had an ERA over 5 in the regular season. I think he pitched less than 100 innings. I believe he was dealing with injuries, but he struggled during the regular season. But this game, he was just locked in. He only allowed 1 run over 6 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks. And then the bullpen just came in and shut it down for the last 3 innings. I mean, we'll talk about it a little more in game 2, but they retired 9 batters in a row to end the game. Like, the Mariners bullpen has been like working so well for them, and it's a huge part of their success. And when you have multiple guys at the back of the bullpen who you can put in late in the game and trust that they're going to stop run production, then that is really helpful for your team, and it gives your pitcher a lot of confidence too.
Yeah, I know Dodgers fans listening to this right now are like, that sounds so nice.
Like, wait, what are you talking? Reliable pitchers from the bullpen? What is this concept?
Yeah, and okay, we'll get to that too, actually.
We'll get to that as well.
But yeah, man, Bryce Miller giving up a home run to George Springer to start off the game and then only giving up one more hit for the rest of his outing. Talk about switching it up and being like, okay, I'm not gonna let one bad pitch happen again. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, he completely locked in, and props to him, because in such a big like situation, in game one, literally first at bat of the bottom of the first in game one, giving up a homer, that could derail you for sure mentally, and like on the mound, like that could totally make you spiral and
the Blue
panic.
Jays have a good offense. They can score a lot of runs. Look at the Yankee series.
Yeah, they had like 28 hits in the first two games. I mean, the Blue Jays offense has been great, and it's the reason why they got a bye in the first round and why they had the best record in the American League. But the Mariners pitching has just been able to suppress it in these first two games.
Yeah, I mean, like it's so polarizing from where they were to where they are.
Yeah, man.
And also, not to mention, Jorge Polanco again, 2 RBIs in this game. He's really doing it. And then Cal Raleigh, a solo homer. So it's really just those guys, along with Naylor, Suarez, Crawford. Like, they're all really doing a great job here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's been a lot of things going right for the Seattle Mariners right now.
Yeah, although I know Crawford's went over in this game, so you might be like, why did you mention him in this game? But he helps out in other ways. He doesn't have to necessarily be getting the numbers going. I'm watching the games. I'm seeing what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. He helps the team out in so many different ways.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's the longest tenured Mariner on the roster right now.
Oh, that's impressive.
I think he's been there longer than anyone else.
Yeah, and also, next game 2, he got 2 RBIs.
Yeah, man.
2 RBIs in a 10-3 final. So again, just not only pretty decent pitching, which a little worse than last time, but if you're gonna have a little bit worse pitching, you should have a much better offense to back it up. And boy, did they do that this time. And they started off the game hot too. A home run by Julio Rodriguez, 3-run homer to start it off. That was pretty cool. But then, the Blue Jays tied it up pretty early. Nathan Lucas gets a RBI single. Alejandro Kirk gets an RBI single. Dude, Nathan Lucas, he's really been putting the Blue Jays offense on his back. I mean, I feel like almost every time I see the Blue Jays scoring this postseason, he's involved in one way or another.
Yeah, he is. He's been huge for the Blue Jays offense in this postseason. Just like squaring up the ball so well, hitting the ball hard almost every time, like just giving his team a very, very good opportunity to score runs.
Yeah. But the Mariners are scoring more. And again, Jorge Polanco, 3-run homer in this game as well. I mean, he is just racking up the RBIs. And then JP Crawford gets some more RBIs this game as well. Josh Naylor gets his first home run of the postseason this game. So the Mariners are looking really cozy right now.
Yeah, man. They are looking really good. It was sort of a surprise for me as how quickly they got off to their start. I mean, Trey Savage was a starter for the Blue Jays. His postseason debut was against the Yankees last week. He went 5 1/3 innings, gave up 1 hit, didn't allow a run, and struck out 11 batters. And in the second game, it was a very different story. I mean, like you said, he gave up 3 runs in the first inning on that Julio Rodriguez homer, and he would be taken out in the 5th after allowing another homer to Jorge Polanco. He's been coming up in some big situations, like you mentioned. And like the Mariners pitching, like Logan Gilbert was taken out after only 3 innings, but the bullpen just completely locked it down.
And that's been the story for the whole playoffs for the
Mariners. Yeah, 100%. That's what it's been for them for the entire postseason. For the last month, it seems like the Mariners pitching has just been incredible. I mean, they used 3 relievers in this game. Each of them threw 2 innings, didn't allow a run, only allowed 1 hit combined. Like, it was just a great day for the Mariners pitching. It was a good day for the Mariners offense too, although they did strike out 14 times compared to the Blue Jays only striking out 5 times in this game. So that's something to pay attention to. Some elite pitchers are going to take advantage of that in the future, of those swings and misses. I mean, the Mariners have struck out 25 times in this series compared to the Blue Jays 9 strikeouts. Like, it's almost 3 times as many strikeouts as the Blue Jays, but somehow they've managed to score more.
Yeah, I mean, their clutch factor is just way higher.
Yeah.
And guys, they're doing this on the road. We're going back to Seattle. So, man, the Blue Jays are going to have to switch it up.
They
try out an opener, maybe have Vlad Jr. lead off. I don't know. Figure it out, or have Alejandro Kirk lead off something. I don't know. You got to switch something up, guys. It's not working. And you have 2 more games that you can mess up. And honestly, if you lose one of them, it's going to be really hard to come back from that alone.
Yeah, you're 100% right. Like, the Blue Jays' backs are against the wall right now, and everything is going against them, and everything is working for Seattle. I mean, they're going back into Seattle, like you mentioned. It's going to be George Kirby versus Shane Bieber, who both, I believe, started the season on the IL. Shane Bieber only had a couple starts before the postseason started, but George Kirby was very good for them when he was healthy, and he has been very good for them whenever he's healthy. And so I imagine the Mariners are going to have the advantage of this game. Blue Jays are going to need a really good start from Shane Bieber, but it's got to be advantage towards the Mariners here. And then in Game 4, it's likely going to be Luis Castillo pitching as well, who's one of the most consistent Mariners pitchers. And so the Blue Jays are going to have to really switch something up.
Yep. And honestly, I think, I'm not saying I feel like they always are just going for the long ball, but with how little they struck out, clearly they were making contact and not scoring runs. So they need to really figure out how to take advantage of when they have runners on and do whatever they need to do to make sure that run crosses home plate before 3 outs. Because that's not happening. And you don't always need to, try and hit a deep sac fly or try and hit a long ball or do an extra base hit. Sometimes you just need to hit the ball on the ground on the right side, just good enough. And it doesn't matter if it's an out for a run. You guys need runs wherever you can get it. And they had many opportunities, it seems like, and they're just not taking advantage of it. And they need to switch that up because the Mariners pitching is giving little to no mistakes.
Yeah, very well said. I mean, we see I feel like these are 2 different approaches to hitting from each of these teams. Like, the Mariners are obviously slugging more than the Blue Jays, but they're also striking out a lot more. Like mentioned, almost 3 times as many strikeouts as the Blue Jays. That's kind of what comes with the higher slugging and the swinging for the fences and extra base hits a little bit more. And the Blue Jays, while they have been good at preventing strikeouts and putting the ball in play, they have just been hitting it at defenders, and the Mariners have been making good plays. So they're going to have to figure that out, and easier said than done. But, they're, like I said, their backs are against the wall right now.
Yeah. And again, props to Cal Raleigh for calling good games and being a good defensive catcher. I feel like it goes a little bit unmentioned in regards to him. I feel like a lot of people focus on his hitting ability, but he has great defensive stats too.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. The impact that he has on this team goes way beyond just what he does offensively. Yeah, he hits a lot of home runs, but he also calls great games. He doesn't allow pass balls. Didn't allow a single pass ball during the regular season, and he's a great catcher. There was a scary moment in this game 2 where Cal Raleigh fields a chopper in front of home plate, throws it to first, and kind of falls forward on the throw. And I'm not sure what he hurt on this play. I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but he was kind of wincing for the rest of the inning, to be honest. It was pretty scary. I thought maybe he was going to come out of the game, maybe move to DH, but I mean, props to him. He stayed at catcher for the rest of the game. He didn't move. He didn't complain. He stayed in there, and that's big because that was kind of a scary moment because the Mariners without Cal Raleigh is a completely different team.
Yep. Big dumper.
Yep. That's right.
So yeah, Mariners are cruising. And finally, someone is seemingly putting the Brewers to a halt. The Dodgers winning game 1 with a final of 2-1. And this was a really close game, man.
Yeah, this was a great pitching duel, like just throughout the game.
Yeah,
Blake
Blake
Snell with
Snell. Oh my
just
God.
an incredible start, dude. I mean, we talked about Tarek Skubal having one of the best starts in the playoffs this year. This was one of the best starts of the playoffs this year. 8 shutout innings. He allowed 1 hit and he struck out 10 batters. He has been one of the best postseason pitchers in recent times.
In 21 innings, he's a .86 ERA, a .52 whip, and batters are hitting .09 against him in the playoffs right now. In 21 innings pitched, he's only given up 6 hits and 2 runs and only walked 5.
It's so stupid, man.
Like every time he
Stupid
has
numbers.
pitched, the Dodgers will win. That's
Yeah.
just how it's been so far.
Yeah. that is exactly what has been happening. And like I know he got hurt early in the regular season after like a big signing with the Dodgers, but the Dodgers signed Blake Snell because they know what he can do in the postseason.
Yeah. And again, I think Blake Snell knew that he could not let the bullpen pitch any more than he could possibly allow because, God, I mean, guys, as soon as the bullpen came in, Roki immediately putting everyone on the edge of their seat, walking on eggshells, immediately gives up a run, can't close out the game, and they got to bring in Blake Trinan, and it was scary.
Yeah.
He got the job done after a very unfortunate final swing and miss. You know, we've all had those. You know,
Yeah.
we've all had those growing up playing ball. You know, you're sitting the fastball up.
Mm.
You that fastball's up.
Sure.
You can't see how up that ball is, and then once you commit, like it's flying by, and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm swinging at this."
Yeah, dude. I mean, he and with like Blake Trinan's fastball too, it even looks like it's a riser. Like the closer it gets to you, the higher it goes. It looks like it's probably like letter high when he releases it, and then it's at your eyes or above your eyes by the time it's at home plate. Like it is just a really tough situation, and especially with like runners on second and third, 2 outs in that spot. Like you want to be the guy who's the hero to like walk it off, and you see a pitch that you think you can do it on, and it's just by you.
Yeah, man. And I was watching the last inning of this game too, and the amount of quality at bats that the Brewers put up in this last inning, like foul balls, taking pitches close to the strike zone, working walks, getting on base, you know, like not needing to be the hero if it doesn't work for the situation, and just like trusting that the next guy can get the job done. Like this final inning was like such a good example of that. And then just to have like one single swing and miss, kind of not throw it all away, but just, you know, leave it all for naught. It's just really unfortunate.
Yeah, they seemed like they were doing pretty much everything they needed to in order to like make this comeback. They were putting great at bats together. They were fouling off tough pitches. They were advancing. Christian Yelich had a stolen base. There was a RBI on a sac fly from Jackson Churio. Like all of it just leading up to that one moment, and that one miss from Bryce Terang was really unfortunate, and like just whatever momentum that the Brewers had kind of like sucked it out of it. And if they were able to come back and walk it off, they would have a massive amount of momentum going into game 2, especially in Milwaukee, still at home. But they are probably the Brewers are going to need to win game 2 in Milwaukee, because if they go into Los Angeles down 2-0 in the series, they're going to have to win at least one of those games to bring it back to Milwaukee. And that is going to be tough because the Dodgers pitching has been incredible for the most part. And this was actually the first game that we kind of saw Roki Sasaki struggle in the postseason. He has been great for them. He's been one of the best relievers in the postseason this year. And that extra inning game against the Phillies and that heartbreaker, he threw 3 shutout innings. Pretty sure he He went 9 up, 9 down, and this was like the first time we saw him struggle. Couldn't get out of the inning. The run went to him, but Blake Trinan was able to come in for the last out and put it away.
Yeah. So, like you said, Brewers do need to win this one. It's going to be Yamamoto versus Freddie Peralta. So it's going to be another good pitching matchup. Hopefully, Peralta can have a bit better outing than he's had so far in the playoffs. He's got a 4.66 ERA in the playoffs so far to Yamamoto's 2.53. And it was really just that one start. Like, Yamamoto's been great outside of that one start. So Brewers are going to really have to make it work. And honestly, if they can get him out early and get the bullpen in the game, I think there's a good chance that they can pull it off.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's going to be tough against Yamamoto because, like you said, he has been pretty incredible this postseason, and it's the Brewers are going to need this. They're going to need to attack early, like you said, and get him out of the game, and hope that Freddie Peralta can look like the ace that he was in the regular season.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah.
So yeah, that has been this episode of the Sci-Fly Zone, guys. We'll be doing more playoff baseball, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you, guys. See you in the next one.